Okay, I'll be talking about golf today. Okay, I'll just talk about how it first started. Okay, modern golf that we play with golf clubs and hit the ball and like actually go to the and put the ball in the hole. Like those just modern type of golf, like what we know, started in the 15th century in Scotland. So do you know where Scotland is? It's in north of Britain. Like you know, Britain is in two islands. It's in the north of the or the right one. And also in the late 19th century, golf suddenly became famous in the British Empire and Britain and also America. Well, because Americans are British people. And scientists and some historians say it possibly originated from Greece, and which they played a game which they only use two or one club, and they hit the ball and they go to the ball and try to hit it, like just hit it far as possible. And also in China, they played a similar game as well. And also in Song Dynasty in about 920s, 920 AD, 920s. So there is a game called Chui Wan. It's similar to golf. You dig a hole about a little bit bigger than the actual ball that we play with, and then on the other side, and then we have about 10 clubs in Chui Wan, and the king or like other servants like play with the king, and they have to like put it in the hole like with the lowest stroke as possible. It's just like putting. And in the 19th century, in Britain and America, they were only played by royal and wealthy families, and like lower class people would like not even dare to like touch golf clubs and actually play golf. And yeah, they couldn't even afford golf clubs, and they weren't even allowed at golf courses. And women in Britain later are allowed to play. And also there was a rumor in internet that golf actually means gentlemen only, women's not allowed, but people said it was a fake meaning. But women wore a corset and a frilled dress, and that nearly touched the ground, the dress. And they were wearing heels, and they were wearing long rimmed hats. And they played golf like that with all those dresses. And later they started to have just normal fabric skirts, nylon skirts or just normal skirts, and then they became more shorter and shorter because it was more comfortable to play golf later on. And then there's two type of golf groups, and one of them is PGA, the most best men players, so male players, go in the PGA. PGA means Professional Golfers Association, and LPGA is exactly the same except it's Ladies Pro Golfers Professional Golfers Association. And Jack Nicklaus, Ben Hogan, is one of the most legendary. They're known as the most person to actually win most of the golf competitions. And also Annika Sorenstam is the best female golfer. And also, we don't know if it's true, but Kim Jong-il of North Korea seems to have made a world record in golf, and people said it's impossible to do it, so they didn't really care about Kim Jong-il. And in golf, people think if they get minuses as a score, they think, oh, they got minuses and it's bad. But in golf, the lower the score is, the better. And I'll just show you why it is like that. Par is even, so par is just like 0 in golf, and each hole, so we have 18 holes in one round of the game, and in each hole, there's like a number of pars for each hole, and if you hit it over the times of the par of that hole, you get a +1, like 1 over the par of the hole. And if you get 2, you get 2+, like that. I don't know if you really got that. And they all have different names. For example, if you just have par, that's even, this is 0. it's just called par or even. And then if it's +1, if it's +1, it's bogey, +2, double bogey, +3, triple bogey, and +4, I don't know, quadruple bogey. Or it doesn't say, there's no word for it in English. And also, there's also birdie, which is 1 minus. So for example, if it's a par 4 golf course, they put the golf ball in the hole and within 3 shots. And -2 is eagle. And -3 is albatross, but albatross is known as the most hardest golf achievement to do. And also there's hole-in-one, for example, and there's like a hole, and if you just put it in at one shot, it's just hole-in-one. And also, they're just facts I just got from the internet. America has 50% of all the golf courses in the world. So 50% of the, for example, if there's 5,000 or 1,000 golf courses in the world, 500 is in America. And longest putt, putting is when you're on the green. Green is where they have like really short grass, and you use this special club and you hit the ball with it slightly, and because you're very close to the actual hole. But the longest putt that's made is 114.3 meters, and that's longer than my driver shot. And the longest driver shot is 470.916 meters. So that's about 550 something yards. And chance of making two hole-in-ones in one round of golf course, so 18 holes, is 1 in 67 million. And balls travel more far in hotter days. And there's this like physics stuff going in, like the air, blah blah blah, like air goes up, blah blah blah, because of the heat. Yeah. And the term birdie, which is when you get a -1 shot, like comes from this guy called Ab Smith. Like when he did a birdie, he said this thing. He said bird on a shot, and then people started to say, "Oh, I got a birdie, birdie, birdie," and then yeah, it became like that. And then on the moon, there are currently 2 golf balls on the moon. I don't know how it got there, but I think some astronauts, for example, like I don't know, like rockets, like when they went up to the moon, they left 2 golf balls at the moon. Yeah. And also the youngest player to score a hole-in-one was Jake Pine in 2001, and he's 3 years old. And he scored a hole-in-one. In California, and in a 65-yard hole. So that's about 60 meters, but still, hole-in-one is very hard. Yeah. So that's the end of my speech.
Okay,
Yeah.
good job.
Thank you.
훨씬 나아졌다.